Hello everyone, it's a boy Proph Rye, and tonight people I'm back with another topic, another creative epic content people. Now people, listen to this, man. Hey, we're living in some serious times here, people. Now, it's so funny because this is something that I knew about a long time ago. And it's crazy because it's only now that I'm making a video about this, people. And I could have made a video about this long time ago, but it just came to my mind now. And the news that just came to my mind now, people, because I just literally saw an article about it now. Now, with this being said, people, I know a lot of people are thinking, wait, Proph Rye, what's the topic? What are you on about? What's going on? Give us the breakdown, man. Get into it, please. Let us know what's going on. Now, people, listen to this, yeah? I don't know why this is only just coming up now, people, because we all know that online, there's a lot of things you can buy online. We all know that there's nothing that you can't buy online. The only thing that I think that people are not selling online like that is guns. Now, now listen to this, people. Yeah, I was on Instagram cutting through, and you know me when I'm sometimes here busy doing what I'm doing, rude boy. And I say, you know what, let me go on Instagram for a little 5-10 minutes because you really know that Instagram's toxic. Now you can end up going on Instagram, people, and spending your whole day on Instagram, just scrolling through and laughing at people's day-to-day life, laughing at the way how people act, and laughing at the stupid things that people condone on the internet, fam. Now, with that being said, people, listen to this. I just come across this article, people. Let me show you, lot. You lot might not see it properly. Well, yeah, it's showing alright, it's showing alright, it's showing alright. Now, people, we'll know that until I get a better setup, this is how I work things. So this is how you'll have to look at what I got on my other phone. That's how I have to show you guys what I got. You get me? So, people, let me just read it out for you lot. Amazon boss Jeff Bezos could face prison time over knife sales to children. Look at this shit, people. I swear to you, no joke. I just see it on the shade bar just now. Now, let me tell you something, people. What's this? Busy. Now, listen to this, people. We're living in some serious times here, people, where we need to understand that these things have been happening for time. It's only now that certain things is being highlighted, fam. Now, let me tell you something, people. A lot of people from back in the days was going online, buying knives and selling them. A lot of man I know, a lot of the man I knew was going on the internet and buying knives, like Rambo knives, little flick shanks, and they were selling them for cheap. I can't tell you how many people I know that was rolling around the ends saying that they had the shanks for sale. Now, as I got older, people, I realized the younger generation of the young G's them was also going around. That certain man that said they're on badness, that there was young G's them, and these are young G's that I didn't even know like that. They're like my little brother's age, like 20, 21. And I'm seeing them on, I had them on Snapchat because I used to sell food, people. I used to cook food and sell food. So I was cooking food and selling it to bare young G's that I used to watch grow up playing football in the football pitch, grew up to be like proper gone past teenagers now. And they'll shout me on the Snapchat and they'll buy food, and I will come to the ends, drop them food, meet them wherever. And they'll bring their friends and that, they'll buy food and that as well. So I had them on Snap. Now, I used to scroll through a lot of their Snap people and see, you know, you're just scrolling through Snap people and you see what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of the young G's them putting up knife, saying they got this thing for sale, £15, this thing for sale, £30, this thing for sale, £20. You can't make this shit up, people. And them time there, the young G's them are buying these knives online, on Amazon, on eBay. Now, I just went on there, people, because I've never bought a knife online before, people. Any shank that I had it for free, or I bought it from someone. You get me? Or I confiscated it from somewhere. You get me? I was just literally sitting here just now, laughing to myself, remembering the time where I think it was me or Ohms when I used to do removals. I used to do removals back in the day. And man done a removal job one time for 2 Bluefoot. And when man done a removal job for 2 Bluefoot and was moving the couch, people, we found a fat Rambo knife in the couch. And I remember that day we stole it. You get me? Yesterday, that's coming with us. We used to have that Rambo knife with us everywhere, people. You get me? Now listen to this, people, yeah? I'll show you that side. Because just before I made this video, people, I said, you know what, let me go on the internet and see what I go on. You get me? So I went onto eBay, people. Look. Rambo knife, £13.99. Look at this. 2-size metal Rambo style blade sword hunting knife. £4.95. All I need is a chicken and chips money, and I can get myself a knife, and I can go around and start shanking people. Now, now listen to this, people. When it come to nice people, yeah. Hold on, let me show you like the Amazon one as well. I done a quote on Amazon. I had to check my quote. Look, you can buy swords. You can buy a butcherman thing. Where's the butcherman thing? Where's the butcherman? Look, this is what Ali's brother was. This is what Ali's brother was bringing out the other day and told me that he's got these for sale. The butcherman thing, cuz. Now let me tell you something, people. I went in there and I said to myself, you know what? Let me test this thing, because I never bought a knife online before. You get me? So what I done, people, is I went on there and I done the usual checkout as guest. Yeah. I put a fake name, I put a fake address, I put a fake number, and I put a fake email. And then I went to checkout. Now, when I went to checkout, people, the checkout didn't ask me my age. The checkout didn't ask me my age. They didn't want to verify nothing, people. You get me? All the checkout cared about is, if you ain't paying, you ain't getting this delivered to your crib. You get me? Now listen to this, people. This is how easy it is for young G's, teenagers, even children, to even go and take their mum's bank card or their dad's bank card and order a Rambo knife online. But when we look at it now, we're thinking, rah, I'm only just talking about this now. But if I go back to my days, when I was younger and chilling on the block and all that type of thing there, a lot of man's been doing that. A lot of men that didn't sell weed, they didn't sell any drugs, they knew that that's not their lane. A lot of them was making money off selling knives, and that became their lane. They had contacts all around the place that they was going around selling knives to. You get me? So when you check it out, people, websites like eBay and Amazon is the black community's downfall. Now, when I say the black community's downfall, because I'm not just blaming the black community here, because all type of nation of people is going on eBay and going on Amazon and ordering knives. But as a black man, people, and where black and black crime is popular, and where black people seem to hate each other to where they think they need to be rolling around with knives to stab each other, guns to shoot each other, I have to use them as an example. I'm just being honest. And what I've seen and how I grow up, that's what I'm using as an example, people. You get me? Now, school days, people. 'Cause I went to Kingsdale. School days, people. A lot of men was coming to school saying that they bought knives off their brethrens, and they was getting it offline. And this just shows you, people, and I'm just being honest with you, in school days, almost a lot of the man them was rolling around with flick shanks, which is a knife that flips. You can flip it in, you can flip it out. A lot of men had those. I used to have mine. I used to roll around with it in my shoes. You get me? Thanks to God, I didn't have to use it like that. I didn't use it. I was saying use it like that. You get me? Again, in Catford, I had one of the sickest flick knives when I was living in Catford and I was selling a bit of weed. And I said, I'm just having it there for my protection, people. My mum, when I started my journey, people, so this is 3 years ago now. 3 years ago now, I used to have that knife with me all the time. Yeah. And I didn't use it. Like I said, I'm not going around stabbing people or shanking people, but you know how it is out here when you're selling a bit of cannabis. And them days, I'm not going to lie to you, fam. The way I was moving cannabis, people think I'm selling white and B. So I had to have a little flick shank on me, people. Because you know how it is, a lot of these youths think they're bad out here, and you know how it is when your name's ringing bells and I'm not even shotting crow in my neighborhood where I grew up. I'm shotting crow in Catford now. You get me? And I'm shotting from my house. People, I was shotting from my crib, people. I'm a madman. You get me? But at the same time, thanks to God, still that had never happened. And at that time there, I was just ruthless. It's just peas, pick up, re-up, chill, smoke, whatever. You get me? But man sort of had it locked in Catford, fam. But anyways, people, moving on, we're not glorifying that lifestyle at all. I had a wicked flick shank. And when I started my journey, I brought it to my mum's house. I left it at my mum's house. And you know, my mum stole my shank, people. And up to this day, I don't know what she's done with it. I don't know where that shank is right now. And that's got my fingerprints on it. So I'm just making this video to clear up. If my mum give that shank to anyone, people, and anyone do anything with that shank, let me tell you something. I don't go around shanking people. You get me? And when I go to my mum's house next time, I need to ask her where she put that knife. Because I know that knife is clean. There's no blood on it. You get me? No blood on it. We don't go around stabbing people. You get me? But as a dumb kid growing up in the black community, everyone believes that they need one of those, even in their house. You get me? So you could have said that's a flick shank that I kept in my house, just in case anybody wants to run up in my house and say, yeah, they want to take some peas or take some money or take some crow or whatever. Flick. You get me? Intruder, you can't go jail for that. You can't go jail for that. That's self-defense. Man come to rob me in my yard. You get me? For what I don't have. You get me? So with that being said, people, school days, a lot of men was bringing knife into school. You get me? Even one brother, Ajibola, one of my brethren in my class, Ajibola, he come into school with a Rambo knife one time. You get me? He had a madness of SJ from over SJ 6'7", and I think it was Monkey, his brethren there. They came over to him. They was going to man's school as well. Had a madness, and Aji almost bored SJ with the Rambo in school, and that was big news. You get me? But then when they would tell you that, then when they bought the Rambo shank offline. So you're telling me, when you look at things like this, people, you have to make serious sense of it, and you have to understand and know that this is a serious thing, because you can go online, or you don't know if your kids is going online, people, and this is why you have to check these things and know what your kids are up to out here, because your kids can be going online, yeah, and your kids can be buying Rambo knives as cheap as £20, £15, and it's coming to their dress, and your kid knows that it's coming within 2 to 3 working days. Your kid is going to say he's sick or something, and you're going to work. You get me? He's going to be home to receive that delivery. He's going to be home to receive that delivery. And now you don't know that your kid's walking around with a knife. And you know how it is already when people are possessed out here, fam. These young G's are walking around with knives out here and guns out here, and they can't wait to use it. Especially a lot of them, they got demons on their demons telling them, listen, you need to mash works. They're getting thoughts in their head telling them, when's the last time you mashed works? They're getting thoughts saying, if anyone look at you wrong. You know how many people out here walking with knife and that? And the darkness is gassing them up. The darkness is telling them, anyone look at you, just shank them. And they're walking around with that aura, cousin. Any man argue with you, don't even talk, shank them. And it's easy things like that you'll see. A man's in prison for 30 years and a man's dead in the ground, 6 foot deep. Just a simple thing like that, people. And what happened to the knife? The knife goes into police custody, fam. But where did the knife come from? eBay and Amazon. For cheap too. By the time you know it, people, you spent £5 to £10 on a knife that cost you 30 years in prison and someone laying in the ground. How do you explain this? How do you explain this? Now, don't get me wrong, because I realize the truth is the fact that eBay and Amazon are just search engineers, which means that there's a lot of people that have businesses running on those search engineers. Now, I believe, people, eBay and Amazon need to be blocking people that are selling knives. I don't care if man want a kitchen set knife for the kitchen, fam. When it comes to stuff like knives and stuff like that, people shouldn't be able to go online and buy knives. This is why online is dangerous. Back in the days, people wasn't buying knives online like that because online wasn't popping off like that. It wasn't popping off like that. So people was going into little shops, certain shops and them type of thing there. Why you think before Rambos and all of those type of thing there were popular, People's out here, man was out here rolling around with kitchen knives. And then that's what you hear a lot of men say that I done man up with their kitchen. I'm rolling with my kitchen. Before I left the house, I tucked my kitchen. But now a man says, yeah, you know what, I need a beating for the ops. And by the time you know it, is a man like me at the door saying, Everett, there you go, parcel, can take a picture. A young G's looking at you, you're looking at the young G, you know, you're looking at him and he's looking at you, and you're looking at the parcel, and I'm thinking, what's in there, Rambo, innit? But that's not what I'm telling him. Well, a lot of the time, that's how I'm preying the thing. That's how I'm preying the thing. What's in the box, bro? It's a Rambo. I want to know. Because I don't know if I'm gonna call the police and let them know that a dangerous man got a Rambo in his possession. I told you, each one save one. I'm on saving people, not making people's life become misery. I don't want families to cry. I don't want friends to cry. You get me? That's why we need to know what's going on out here, people. If you see like someone's walking around and they've got a bulge in their jacket, call the police. I'm a snitch. I don't care. People need, parents need to be searching their kids' phone, the search engine. You get me? A lot of the time you're going to find porn on there, but fuck that. We need to know what your kids have been ordering on eBay and Amazon. My little brother's been doing scamming for a very long time now. He's turning 21 and he's been doing this from all like 15, 16. I'm thinking, how the fuck did my man crack the code? What makes him so good at doing scamming, cuz? I didn't try to step in that lane, cuz I know that's not my lane, but I see little man's killing it. That's my little brother. You get me? And my little brother, he's purchasing bare things offline and he doesn't want to get a job. You get me? I speak to him about getting a job. My mum and that's telling me, he's not going to want to work. 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 You get me? My stepdad's just looking around the place, confused. What type of dad is that? What type of mum is that? How do you know that is not knives that he's buying online and he's selling to his friends and selling to people? And there's little things like that. Police come kick down the door and then you see your mum's crying, I try to do the best for my kids and all of these type of stuff. I have to use my parents as an example. I'm being honest with you. Because a lot of parents, this is what they do. They come on TV, they start crying, my son was a good person, But when you look, people, the parents are the fault. The parents are the fault. Because if the parents then were serving God, the kids then wouldn't be brought up and be coming and doing certain things out here. I'm just being honest with you. If my parents were serving the true and living God, I would have gone through so much shit that I've gone through just to come down the line and realize that my parents, them are serving darkness, fam. That's why I went through a lot of the shit I went through. It's totally different. You get me? A lot of the time, man them got their flip knives and that, and the man them on the top of the building, the top of the block. And everyone's bringing out their knives and talking about, yeah, look, my thing's better than your thing, my thing's sharp, or joking around and joking each other and that. I've seen man get bored by accident. Man them on the top floor playing with knives. A man's boasting about how he still got blood on his knife from the last time he shanked the ops. What's the police then rolling around in the ends? What's going on out here? Told you, this was, I have to wake up the dog and go and do neighborhood watch in a minute, me and my dog, we go out there and do neighborhood watch in the community because we want to make sure that the community is safe. But not too long ago, I see a youth on an electric bike cut through the block in Bricky, cut through the block people, look, feds them doing U-turn. See what's going on out here, people, because we have to make sure the ends are safe. Every day police is coming around here and I don't see nothing going on. But not too long ago, people, I see every day they're going over the crackhead spot over there. Better trouble the people them over there keep, trying to do video. Blood clot. But people, like I was saying, I just see a you over there. Yeah. Just before I was about to make this video, people, I see a youth cut through one of them electric fast bikes, like what them phone teeth them are riding around, yeah. And he cut through the block and he done 2-2 Tutu moving like it was a movie. And disappeared into nearby blocks. Not even nearby bushes. And he cut into the block over there. Now, if I was out there with the dog and I saw the feds them, I'd have said, yeah, he went over there. Now, it's not like I'm on a snitching thing like that, but at the end of the day, he could have a shank on him or a gun. We've got to make sure that people are safe out here, fam. If a lot of people are doing these things, the neighborhood becomes more clean. You get me? And every time they see man, they're gonna be scared because they say, yeah, there's a snitch. He's doing a snitching. So it's better to be a snitch and report something and save lives than say you're not a snitch and then they go out there and kill people and fuck up people's life. And then guess what? I don't know how you're gonna sleep at night because you saw the incident before it happened. Do you know how many stuff could have been prevented, people? Do you know how many stuff could have been prevented out here? But just because man's saying, yeah, I didn't see that, I'm not snitching. People get away with a lot of fuckery, fam. You get me? Not knowing that life is a test. What you put out is what you get back from the universe, because God's always watching and he sees everything. You get me? That's why I always try to tell the truth out here, fam. You get me? I'm not trying to be condemned by the darkness, fam. You get me? But anyways, people, like I said, so another scenario now. My old brethren, Ali, my Bengali brethren, his little brother's out there selling zombie knives. You get me? And he's got bare of them. And sometimes he's rolling around in the summer, 90 degrees, big puffy jacket, no t-shirt on, and he opens it up and you're seeing a machete. You're seeing a big zombie knife and he's talking about, yeah, he's selling all of these and he's there drinking alcohol, smoking weed, listening to drill music in the garden and there holding a vase. And Ali's his big brother, 33 years old, 34 years old. His brother's probably like 19, just turned 20 or something like that. Drinking with his little brother. He knows that his little brother is involved in all of these things. But after one or two drinks, guess what? He's encouraging it. Instead of telling his little brother, this is not the road you want to go down or anything, he's there listening to drill music with his little brother and acting a fool. And when you check it out, people, if anything happened to his little brother, he will be the downfall of it. It will be because of him. Why? Because he didn't tell his little brother to stop doing what he's doing. Even though he's not going to listen to him, because he don't respect him because of the way he carries himself. He's not a good role model for his brothers and that, fam. The same way I'm not a good role model for my family because I told the truth and they don't. They're fake, I'm real. So to them, I'm not a good role model. But to many people out here, I'm a good role model. You get me? So people, I just want everyone to know, all these knives that you see that these young G's and these children are carrying out here, they're buying it off eBay and Amazon. I'm snitching. I said it here first. We need to shut down eBay and Amazon for knife selling. The community is getting worse. And even 7-year-olds now are walking around with knives and they're ordering it offline. They're ordering it offline. They're taking their mum's card and their dad's card and they're putting in all the details that they need to put in, 2 to 3 delivery days. Yeah. The man them knocking on the door saying, you get me? And the kid's taking their weapon and the next day, the kid's walking around out here with his pants down by his knees and you can even see the shank. This is how dumb these young G's are. They're wearing their pants low and you can see the shank, you can see the Rambo on their side. And you're looking at them and thinking, what clowns? We didn't used to do it like that. Get me? We didn't used to do it like that. But at the end of the day, people, it is what it is. We have to make sure that people are safe out here and we have to expose these things and we have to talk about these things. So now you know, people, a lot of the man them were buying knives off eBay and Amazon and it's getting worse. A lot of kids are buying knife and off eBay and Amazon and they're selling it to their friends. They're selling it to their friends and they're selling it to a lot of young G's out here that don't know nothing about gang activity. They don't know nothing about carrying a knife, but just because this guy that is probably a year or 2 older than them, or 3 years older than them, come around and he's always got knives and he told them that, oh, what, you lot ain't got no shanks? You can't be on the block and you ain't got no shanks. I'm selling them, you know. And now you got little children asking their mum for money so they can buy themselves a knife. It's getting worse. The age. Shouldn't plug my charger in. Battery's gonna die. The age for young kids that are rolling around with knives now is getting less and less every year. Scientifically proven by me. It's not big men and that are carrying knives now. It's 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds. Kids are going to primary school carrying kitchen knives because they're at home with their big brothers and big sisters or their siblings, listening to drill music and getting gassed. Now they want a knife. People are not using knife anymore to butter their bread. But a man will use a knife to butter your leg. Hey, people, listen, man. All jokes aside, people, because this is a serious matter and it's a serious thing. The young G's, them are buying knives off eBay and Amazon. You have to be careful. You get me? Start searching up the kids, them search engine people, and start checking their emails. See when they done the last purchase of whatever it is they purchase, cuz. You get, we have to start paying attention, cuz. We need discernment from God out here to protect your kids. I'm just being honest with you, fam. Because I don't know what the fuck's going on out here. These kids are roaming around like they ain't got no parents, you boy. The knife is their parents. You have kids out there now, they're putting a knife on their waist, and when their mom asks them where they're going, they say, shut up. And the mom's just looking at them now and not saying nothing again. And he's gone with his knife on his waist and his pants down by his knee, and he's gone. Yo, what the man them? Gone. Now, it could be that same night the parents find out that it's either my man's dead or the police nicked him. Now he's got a pending case. It's getting sticky out here, people. There's too much knives in the community. There's too much knives outside. People are not using knife to cut meat anymore or cut up anything. You have to be careful that it's not you that get turned into the rascal meat or kebab out here. Because the young G's, them will kebab you out here. I'm being honest with you. It's long. I keep telling, hey, it's been a few years I'm telling the man them. It's long. It's long. I'm not trying to get turned to a kebab by some young G's, bro. With some £5 knife they bought off eBay, Amazon. Come on. What am I going to tell myself? I got shanked up. I got stabbed up by some young G's. And when they checked the knife and the brand, it came from eBay. It came from Amazon. Made in India, made in China or something. You get me? So like I said, people, it's a serious thing out here, people. It's a serious thing. You get me? We have to look out for these children out here, people, because a lot of them are carrying knives and they're getting it from eBay and Amazon. You get me? It's your boy Proph Rye. I'm out.